Hello students, a very good morning to all of you. This is Dinesh Mehbubani. I am assistant professor in ECIC department at LJ Institute of Engineering and Technology. In this semester, I am going to teach you power plant instrumentation. Okay, I will be sharing the subject with you, power plant instrumentation. And I am going to start unit number 4, that is basics of nuclear power plant. Okay, before going through this, first of all, let us study what is the meaning of a power station and why the power stations are required. See, as we know that the electricity is the lifeblood of the modern world. In each and everything now, the electricity has been used. Okay, from the watches to cars, in each and everything we require electricity. So it is very much important for us to generate more and more electricity by means of the renewable power sources, renewable energy sources. Okay, see, it has been found that India is the third largest producer and the third largest consumer of electricity. So it is obvious that we require more and more electricity. Okay, so and according to the data in the year 2019, the electricity consumption of an Indian per capita electricity consumption was 1208 kilowatt hour. So you can imagine it's a huge number, it's a large number. So to meet the requirement, we need more and more electricity, and to produce the electricity, power stations are required. Okay, and we have to make sure that we are using the renewable energy sources to generate the electricity. We should use more and more renewable energy sources like solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, then fossil fuels. To generate more and more electricity, what we require, we should use the renewable energy sources. Now, what is the reason of using the renewable energy sources? So that we can use it for a long term. Okay, the renewable energy sources like solar energy, wind energy, tidal energy, we should try to generate the power using these type of energies. Okay, so how many types of power stations are there? Let us study that. The different types of power stations, okay, that are used for the generation of electricity. So the first one is nuclear power plant. Second one is hydroelectric power plant. The third is coal-fired power plant. Then solar power plant, wind power plant. Okay. See, if we talk about the basics of these power plants, then the main function of the power plant is to generate electricity, and which is the basic funda we are using. Here we are using an alternator. That alternator is used to convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy, and that energy is transferred with the help of the distribution system. Okay, so if we talk about the nuclear power plants, in nuclear power plants we are using uranium as a fuel. Okay, uranium is one type of radioactive element and we are using it as a fuel, and with the help of the nuclear fission we are generating the heat energy, and that heat energy is used to convert that water into steam. Water is already present, we are converting the water into steam. Then steam is used to rotate the turbine, and after the mechanical energy generated from the turbine, that is given to the alternator, and that alternator will convert the mechanical energy into electrical energy. So this is the fundamental of nuclear power plant. In hydroelectric power plant we are using water as the source. Okay, then in coal-fired it is again same as the nuclear power plant, but the only difference is we are using coal as the fuel. Okay, we are using coal as the fuel. It is also known as the thermal power plant. Okay, then solar power plant. In solar power plant we are using the solar energy. We are using the photovoltaic cell. Okay, solar panels are used, solar trees is formed. Okay, solar trees are formed, and from that solar trees the light energy is converted to electrical energy. So there are also the power stations in which the solar energy from the sun is used. Okay, wind energy. If we are using the wind energy, then with the help of windmills we can generate the electricity that are known as the wind power plants. Okay, so these are the main type of power plants that are used in India as well as other countries. Okay, now which are the sources of production of electricity? If we talk about the sources of production of electricity, the electricity can be generated using various sources we have already studied. But as per the data obtained from the International Energy Agency, this data is of 2017. Okay. In 2017, you can see from the pie chart, we are using the different sources of energy to produce the electricity, and out of all the sources, coal is used at maximum level to produce the electricity. Okay, you can see 38% coal. Then renewable sources 25%. Then after gas, then nuclear, then oil. So these are the percentages of the sources of energy that are used to produce the electricity. See, this data is of 2017, but now there are some changes. Instead of 10% nuclear, it has become 11%. Okay, so 11% of the total electrical energy produced is from the nuclear energy. Fine. Let's move further. What is a nuclear power station? See, as we know that the nuclear power station is used to generate the electricity by means of nuclear power. Okay, in nuclear power station, it will generate the electrical power by nuclear reaction. Now, what is nuclear reaction? That I will explain you. Okay. See, this is again the thing that I have already told you. Nuclear energy now provides about 11% of the world's electricity from 450 power reactors. See, in India, if we talk about India, there are total 7 nuclear power plants active. Okay, only 7 nuclear power plants are there. And if we talk about the world, then nuclear energy will provide 11% of the world's electricity. Okay. Now, what we are doing in the nuclear power station, as I have already told you, we are using uranium, that is a radioactive element. Uranium or thorium is used. Okay, and we are subjecting it to nuclear fission. What is nuclear fission? That we will study in the next slide. Okay, but what you have to remember, with the help of nuclear reaction, we are producing the energy, electrical energy, right? Fine. See, this is one data that I have collected. 1 kg of uranium can produce as much as energy as burning 4500 tons of high-grade coal. Okay, if we burn 4500 tons of coal, and for example, we are getting a particular amount of electricity, then the same electricity can be produced by 1 kg uranium. Okay, so 1 kg uranium can produce a large amount of energy compared to the coal. Okay, but the disadvantage is the uranium is costlier than coal. Okay, that's why we are having only 7 active nuclear power stations in our India. Okay, fine. Let's move on to the next topic, that is nuclear fission. As I have already told you, in nuclear power plants, the nuclear fission will take place, and the nuclear fission will take place in the nuclear reactor. Now, what is a nuclear reactor? Nuclear reactor is a vessel in which the nuclear fission is taking place. See, you can see the diagram. In the diagram, it is clearly visible that a nucleus is bombarded to a uranium, okay, a uranium atom, and that atom is split into 2 nuclei, and 2 more atoms are generated, 2 nuclei are generated. See, you can see here, neutron is bombarded to uranium. Okay, then what it is doing, it is split into 2 parts. Barium and krypton are produced, and along with barium and krypton, 3 neutrons are produced. Okay, see, this is about only 1 uranium atom. See, if there are many uranium atoms, then this process will continuously go on increasing, because 1 neutron is bombarded with nuclei of uranium, then uranium will produce 2 more nuclei. So 1 big nuclei is split into 2 nuclei, and 3 neutrons are generated. So the neutrons are continuously generated. We have to control the flow of the neutrons, and this reaction is continuously carrying on, continuously going on, and this is known as chain reaction. Okay, so nuclear fission. What is nuclear fission? In short, we have to remember one nuclei is bombarded with uranium, a big nuclei is split into two nuclei, barium and krypton, and 3 neutrons are produced. That 3 neutrons will again bombard with uranium atom, and in this way, what will happen? In this way, more and more neutrons are produced and a large amount of heat energy is produced. So you can see here a large amount of heat energy is produced, and by using this heat energy, we are converting that heat energy into steam, and that steam is used to rotate the turbines, and turbines are connected with alternator, and that will give us the electrical energy. See, this is the basic funda of the nuclear fusion. In the next slide, we will be seeing the nuclear power plant diagram. Okay, so here is the nuclear power plant diagram. Which are the main components used here? See, the main component is nuclear reactor, then steam generator, turbine, generator. We can also call it as alternator, then cooling towers. Okay, see, first of all, if we talk about the reactor, see, we will not go in detail in this lecture. We will study about the details of the nuclear power plant in the next lecture. But today you have to understand the only basic concept of this. Okay, as I have already told you, nuclear reactor is used to generate the heat. So the heat that is required to convert the water into steam is obtained from the nuclear reactor. So nuclear reactor is basically a vessel that consists of uranium as a fuel, and water is also used there. Okay, then it also consists of control rods. What is the main purpose of the nuclear reactor? The nuclear reactor is used to generate the heat, and it is used to control the nuclear reactions. Nuclear chain reactions are controlled in the nuclear reactor. Okay, then what happens? The heat energy that is produced by the nuclear fission, that is given to the steam generator where water is present. So by heating, by using the heat, the water is converted into steam. Then this steam is given to the turbine, and the turbine is used to rotate. The steam is used to rotate the turbines. The turbine will start rotating and mechanical energy is produced. And this mechanical energy is given to the generator, that is alternator, in which we are converting the mechanical energy of the turbine into electrical energy. And that is given to the switchyard and power distribution lines. Okay, now in the right hand side you can see the cooling towers. Water is already present in the cooling towers, and that water, that cooling water is given to the steam generator where the water is present. Here we are not wasting the water, we are using the condenser. Now what is the basic function of condenser? The condenser is used to convert the steam that is produced by the turbine. Okay, the steam that is coming from the turbine, it is converted to water, because the main function of condenser is to convert the steam into water, and that is again given to the steam generator. Okay, so in this way there are two loops of water in which we are using two pumps, and with the help of this we are generating the electricity. In the next lecture we will study in detail about the functions of all the components that we are using in the nuclear power plant, and at last we will study about the instrumentation that is used in the nuclear power plant. Okay, so this was about the basics of the nuclear power plant. In the next lecture we will come up with few more topics. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.